Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. So today I'm going to be making a couple of cards and I've put together this bundle that I'm going to use. So I've got the designer card front half scallop, I have the Perfect Roses embossing folder. From the Perfect Panels and Lovely Layers collection I have the flowers and the butterflies. And in this I have two sets of word dies. One is the occasions word dies and the other is the thinking of you, but you can use any word dies that you've got. So we'll start with some die cutting, and this set is designed to work with the A5 complete box kit. But for now I'm going to take an A4 piece of card and I'm just going to fold it in half, and that's going to be my A5 card. Now I need another piece of card that will sit on top, and then using the embossing folder I've embossed the panel, and that's going to sit on the front of my card along there. Now for the front of my card and some white cardstock, I've taken this die and I have cut this panel out, and that gives you a score line down there, which means you can bend that piece back. Then with some pink card I've used the same die and cut that out, and then into that pink card I've placed this filigree pattern and I have cut that out, and that will give me another panel that sits along there. Now with this one I have just cut myself a pink strip, and that will fit when I can pick it up. That will fit on the back of my card, and I'll show you where we'll place that when we start to glue these together. And then using this small die I have also cut myself another little panel that is going to sit on there. Now from the flower set I have taken all the outer dies and I have cut my panels in pink, and then with the top layers I've cut those in white and I've glued them all together. Then I've used this little stamens and cut that in black, and I've added that to the top. And I've done that for as many flowers as I think I would need for my cards. This die has cut these leaves, and this die has cut these. So I've cut this once in green and once in a dark pink, and I've snipped the dark pink off and added it to the top of the green leaves, the green pieces, and that's given me this design. And then I've used this die to cut all the other leaves that I need for my card. Now using this die from the scallop set I have cut these out in a bright gold. And then using the butterfly set and staying with the gold I have cut the dragonfly and the butterfly out from the solid piece, and then from white card I've just cut out the top piece that will sit on the top. Now staying with the gold card I've cut my base from the words from white. There's my base, and I've cut the words in the bright gold card, and I've done that for congratulations and happy birthday, and they're going to sit on my two cards. So that's all the die cutting done that I think I need. So let's get busy and put these cards together. So let's start with the bigger card. Now this is my folded base, and I'm going to keep the fold at the side. And with this piece I'm going to trim off this portion, and then once I've trimmed that off I'm going to glue this inside this piece, marry up all the pattern and glue that in place, and that will still leave me this piece left to add some glue to. So once you've glued this piece in place, pop it on one side to dry, and you're going to add your embossed panel to the front of your card. Now if you look at this, you have the raised side and the lowered side, so you have the choice of which one you prefer, and I'm going to use the raised side. So I'm going to add my glue and then just pop this in place. On the front of my card. Now that will leave just a small border around the edges. Don't worry about this side because that's going to get covered. So there's my panel in place. Make sure you've got your card the right way around, and now you're going to add some glue down this piece and you're going to add that to your card front. And that's going to sit along there. You can use your bone folder if you wish, just to give that a nice sharp crease. And then once that's dry on the back, you're going to add this piece in along there, just to finish the back of that card off neatly. So that's the back and the front done now. Now you can glue that flat to your card if you wish, or you can add some foam tape underneath it. But I'm just going to glue mine flat. So we'll glue that down there. And we'll give that time to set up. Now we've created all our flowers, and we don't need all these on the one card. Let's add this little piece in as well. So we need to make sure that that's nice and straight, and we'll add that in along there. Now I want to add 3 flowers to my card and some leaves, and I'm going to use these pieces that I've decorated and some of these fancy leaves. We'll leave some for the second project as well. So we'll add these to the card. And we'll add in our flowers along here with the other pieces tucked underneath. And I'm going to add these in with foam tape just to raise them up a little bit. So now I'm going to add in these gold flourishes down the side. Just a little spot of glue. Oh, so sorry about that. This is Ella. So just put her out of the way. There you go. And with our glue on this piece, we'll just add this in along here. So I've added my flowers and my leaves and my flourishes in. This is my happy birthday sentiment with a double layer of foam in it, and I'm going to pop that along there. And then the butterfly, I've just glued in the middle and I've just bent the wings up a little bit. And I'm going to add this along here on the card. And again, I'll add that in with some foam tape. So there's my first project with the back finished off as neatly as the front. And now I'm going to move on and do a second one. And I've got more than enough stuff left to decorate the second project. So for our second project, we're going to make a little pocket that we would put a card gift or a money gift in it. And I'm going to do this as a congratulations card. So keeping the card flat down, take the largest die from the scallop side, and this is the one that leaves you the little tab on it. Now this one doesn't cut, it's just a score line. So we're going to place that on the edge of the card and we're going to tape it down so that it doesn't move. and then we'll run that through the die cutting machine, and we'll only partially cut it. So by that I mean with your cutting plate you're just going to cover it up to there. You're not going to put this cutting edge under the plate because you don't want that to cut. So you're only going to cut it along this side. So once you've run that through your machine, this is what you will have. And what you need to do now is just trim down these sides a little bit just to tidy it up, because that's where the die has just accidentally cut it. So with my trimmer all I'm doing is taking off this little bit, and then we'll do the same on the other side, and we'll just remove that little bit. There we go. So with some pink card and the next die down, which is the next scallop die, I have cut myself a piece that is going to sit along there. And then with the first of the stitch dies, I have cut myself a piece in white, and I've put that through the embossing folder, and that will sit on there. So now we need to emboss the rest of this card. So bring in your folder, and in there you're going to pop your card. So make sure it's nice and straight, but the pattern is very busy, so it won't show any discrepancies anyway. So put that into your folder and run that through your machine. And once you've done that, take it out, keep your card facing the same way down, and pop it into the other side. And make sure that that fold is in the centre, and you can pop that over there. Now when you run this through your die cutting machine, don't put the plate completely over the top. Just put it so that it's just off this edge, and that way you won't get a line in your card. Now just to finish off this last little bit here, I'm going to repeat that process and pop that into the machine again. So just put that last little piece into the machine. Don't put your plate completely over the edge, and run that through your die cutting machine. So there, now we have the whole piece of card embossed. You can use whichever side you prefer, the debossed or the embossed. I'm going to use the embossed side. And now I need a scoreboard to put some more marks into this. So now we need to fold this piece of card into 3. So all I've done, because my piece now is 11.5 inches, oh it's 11.25 inches long, so I've scored it at 3.5 and 7.75. And once I've done that, I can fold this in, and that will give me a little pocket now that is ready to complete. So now with some super strong red liner tape, I've added some tape to the sides, and we'll just take the backing off, and then we can add this. We'll just pop a little bit of glue on there as well. We'll just find the glue. Just add a little bit of glue on there as well, because the last thing I want is for this to pop open once it's been given as a gift. Now once we've done that, we can fold that up, and we can just make sure that that's well stuck down, and there's our envelope. So now we're going to add in the other pieces that we've die cut, and they're going to sit along the card. So we'll pop the pink one in along there, and we'll need to trim this off when we've finished, and we'll add the white one there. So there's our little envelope now ready to be decorated. So in my stash I found some little Velcro dots, so we'll pop this on the flap side, make sure that they're lined up together, and then close your envelope. And that will make sure now that your envelope stays closed. Give it time to set up, and that will securely hide your gift inside it. Now for the front of it, I'm going to decorate this with some flowers, some gold flourishes. We're going to add the word in along here or there. So we'll pop the leaves in down here. We'll add the flourishes along there. Now it doesn't matter if they overlap, as long as you don't glue them down to this bit. You're only gluing them to the top portion. So here we have the flowers. Now of course this is just a dry run, you can add yours wherever you would like them. Make sure you like them first, and then we'll add the dragonfly in along there. So there are the two projects that I've shared with you in this video. One is an envelope that you can add your gift card or your money to as a gift for a wedding or somebody's birthday. This is the card that's created with a beautiful panel on the back to finish the decoration off. Now the items that I've used are the half scallop designer card front. I've used the Perfect Roses embossing folder. I've used the flowers and the butterflies from the Perfect Panels and Lovely Layers collection, and I've used one of the dies, or I've used two of the dies from the Occasions word dies and the Thinking of You word dies. And this is not a card that I made in the video, but this was just finishing off the other bits that I had left over from creating these, and this was on a pre-formed card that I made a while ago. But that's just another idea that you may like to try. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one. And why not subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.